Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. This is me Trisha and with me is Snehashish. We are coming from Vizag. No, we are not coming from Vizag. We are at Vizag. Yeah, exactly. Currently standing in front of the ACA VDCA Cricket Stadium, International Cricket Stadium in Vizag. Well, Snehashish, we have just seen India's practice.
Yes.
We have attended India PC where Sneh Rana came. Then we
attend Australia PC where the skipper Elisa Ellie came.
Absolutely.
And then we saw Australian practice also.
Absolutely.
And also we got a free sight of South Africa practice also.
Yes, exactly. We got a free sight of South Africa practice as well. But we won't discuss the South Africa practice, just clearing it. Let's start chronologically, absolutely. Let's start with India practice because that was quite a surprise, yes.
Yes.
I was about to say shocker. He's a nicer guy.
Yes, absolutely. Because yesterday it was mentioned that it was a optional practice session, and today it was mentioned that
it was a practice session. The word optional,
session,
yeah.
But it's turned out to be a very optional practice session. Only 3 players turned up: Jemimah Rodriguez, Pratika Rawal, and Uma Chhetri. So yeah, Uma Chhetri, you all know, the reserve wicketkeeper. She was seen doing some wicket-keeping drills, and by the end of the practice session was seen, catching some balls in the boundary lines. So that's it. But both Jemimah and Pratika were batting in a rotational process in the center of the wicket in the nets. And the most important part, Trishadi, was to see what kind of net bowlers were there. Yes, because we all know by now. Today 12 PM we discussed that against spin, especially against left-arm spinners, India batters have struggled, especially the top 5 batters. So today both Pratika and Jemimah were seen, practicing against left-arm off spin,
leg spin,
right-arm leg spin, and right-arm off spin also. So yeah, so a lot of practice against the spin, and so that is the thing that the team knows that they have been playing poorly against the spin.
Absolutely, I think they are aware of it. The opposition is aware of it, and we'll tell you how the opposition is completely aware of it, and we know that.
Yes.
Why are we aware of what the opposition is aware of? But yes, it was good to see that the 3 of them were practicing. But what that ideally means is, so Smriti practiced, Pratika practiced, Harleen did not, Harman practiced, Jemmy practiced. Richa understandably has taken a break, and Deepthi wasn't there.
Yeah.
Sneh Rana wasn't there.
Yeah, Sneh Rana came only for the PC.
Sneh Rana came only for the press conference. Do you see Renuka coming in place of, I don't know, Harleen? Jemmy doesn't see. It seemed like if it was Jemmy, then she wouldn't have come for the optional practice session.
See, I think we have been talking about repeatedly that if you want to include both Amanjot Kaur and Renuka Singh Thakur, then the best bet will be to replace with a batter, right?
Yeah.
Because you cannot shorten your bowling lineup. You are including a bowler just to lengthen your bowling lineup from 5 to 6 of them.
Correct.
You cannot replace with one another.
Correct.
So I think right now, considering these 2 practice sessions, this can be a sign that okay, maybe Team India thinking that let's go with 6 bowlers. Not include Harleen. That is why maybe she didn't practice, because otherwise if you see by now whatever the practice sessions have happened, at least Harleen had practiced at least one day when the full total practice session happening and all. So it is quite surprising.
Somebody was saying that it could be a direct swap between Amanjot and Renuka again.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in the 2 games that Amanjot has played, while she in one, of course, against Sri Lanka, she made a huge difference. While against South Africa, her 13 runs might not seem like it has made a world of difference. But the partnership with Richa actually helped Richa also, to pace her innings well, and that is where we could end with a flurry of runs. So can you afford to take a Renuka in place of Amanjot straight up, because Renuka is not going to give you batting at all, So that's something to think about. Or do you go with an unchanged playing 11? Will also be something to be seen.
Look forward. Yes, absolutely. And Trishadi, we both were there in the PC of Sneh Rana. You wrote the PC piece also. Anything interesting point that you want to discuss?
No. It's the same reply, the same thing.
We are very positive.
We are very positive.
Everyone
one
knows
loss
their
does
roles.
not define us.
Yeah, everyone
knows their roles.
and we are very confident that if we can play our best cricket, we can defeat Australia also.
Which is true,
Yeah.
which is not false.
Yes.
But you know what happens? After we attend the India PC, we attend the other team's PC.
Yes.
Whichever team it is, be it South Africa, today it was Australia, and Aliza Healy, the captain herself, came. The clarity of thoughts, the clarity in what they say, and the transparency in that.
And I must say, I love the confidence, the way the Alyssa Healy was carrying.
You said Alice Carey.
Sorry. Yes, Alyssa Healy was carrying.
I'll tell you why he went to Alice Carey, because we were actually discussing about Alice Capsey,
Yes.
who had shown a lot of potential,
Yeah,
but
today also
right
had a
now
bad
has got out for a 0. But anyway, you know, Sneh Rana's
confidence.
PC, there was nothing to talk about.
But the confidence of Alice Healy,
Yeah, I think the way Aliza Healy handled the press, it's not like
nothing new.
yeah, absolutely. But also, what I like is, you know, when somebody says, asks a question to
Under
her,
pressure.
she is very, no, she is very receptive of the questions, and she does not become defensive.
Yeah.
She'll explain exactly, and I think for me, the best answer was when somebody asked her about Sophie Molyneux.
Yes, absolutely. And she said,
The question was whether Sophie Molyneux is fit to be chosen in the playing 11. Her answer.
yes. And Healy said that, yeah, she looks very fine. And as of now, I think that she might get into the playing 11 for this game. She emphasized that.
Yes,
thing.
she emphasized that for this game.
And then only we both understood what she wanted to mean.
Also, she said that she will play a crucial role. We don't know whether in the power play or not, but she will play a crucial role given the matchup. So that is how we know
Yes.
that they know.
Yes.
People who watch Friends will understand the reference. Well, that was one. I think the other thing which I asked her was
Travelling and all.
the traveling and how can they quickly adapt to different different venues, different weather, of course, which I think she answered very nicely. She put it into perspective and said, and I asked this question more so because those who watch women's cricket would know that generally women's bilateral series, either all 3 matches happen in one venue, or maybe 2 out of 3 happens in one venue, and then the other one happens in another venue, which means a lot less traveling, and you're playing the same opponent. Here, not only does your opponent change, the venue also keeps changing. Add to that traveling and all that. So I asked her, and she said, yes, that's the challenge of playing here. Yes, that's the challenge of the World Cup. But clearly, they relish the challenge. That's what she mentioned.
Yes, absolutely. And Australia have been a hell of a champion team, right, over the years. And that is what she said, that we know we have been playing, this game for a long time. All these players know that in a World Cup, these things will happen. But we have to, take this as a part and parcel of the game, and we have to try our best to go out, enjoy the game, and another day to give our best to win the game. So that is, and she also mentioned that tomorrow's game is a sold out, what I heard. So that's a very good thing. Hopefully some Aussie fans are there.
Yes. Also, the other thing, one major difference that struck between the India press conference and Australia press conference is when asked about their top order failures and not scoring runs. Unlike what India keeps saying that, one bad day does not define us.
These guys have done it earlier.
These guys have done it earlier. All of us are match winners, etc., etc. The usual statements. Australia was rather very clear, and Aliza Healy mentioned that yes, we would want to rectify that. It's great to see that there are people who are putting their hands up, but this is something that we are trying to rectify. But in this, and she also smiled and said, but in this tournament, most of the teams are going through the same problem, and I think every single team would want to rectify that, and top order will score runs. She was also asked on her role, because she gives quick starts and then gets out. We have in our articles mentioned how there aren't enough 50s from someone opening the batting, but she said something very important about the power play.
Yes, absolutely. And she clearly said that, yeah, I know my role is to give that big start. But yeah, but condition changes, unfamiliar.
Also, she
conditions.
said that in these wickets, in the middle overs, the bowling team is
Yeah.
able to squeeze the opponents.
Most of
So
the time.
what we feel is having a good start in the power play is
Will help.
extremely important, and that's why Litchfield and my role is such. Now from this, now, since we have spoken about the opening pair, let's straight up go to the opening pair which batted in the nets.
Yes, surprisingly, Georgia Wall and Phoebe Litchfield batted in rotation. And Ashley Gardner was bowling, Georgia Wareham was bowling,
And Shelley Nitschke was
head
throwing,
Coach, head
yeah.
coach was giving the throwdowns. Alyssa Healy was there, having some wicket keeping drills. And in the second net, there Ellis Perry batted,
Talia
Beth
McGrath.
Mooney and Tahila McGrath were batting. But it was quite surprising to see Trishadi, Georgia Wall batting, and she was batting beautifully, I would say.
Yeah, I
At
think.
6, straight down the
Oh,
ground.
it was beautiful. She hit the 6, and initially, much like the Nadine de Klerk 6s, when it first gets out of your bat, you feel like the fielder is in contention. So the net bowlers who were standing near the side screen thought that they were somewhere, they could take the catch, but of course it sailed over them. So it was fantastic to see, and the way she was playing the lap shots, she was absolutely being brutal against the short balls. Does seem like we can see her in the playing 11, and if that happens, my article works.
But in place of whom? That's the question right now. Because Tahila McGrath has batted.
Yeah, Talia McGrath has batted, true. We did see that Annabelle Sutherland had not participated in the practice. She was sitting there.
Yeah.
If she is carrying a niggle, could be that
is the
could be the possible change.
Replacement.
But the only thing is, Annabelle Sutherland brings in the bowling as well.
Yes.
Georgia Wall does bring in the bowling,
that
but
is-
she will bowl spin and part time.
Very part-time.
Yeah. Difficult to understand, but definitely, you can maybe look forward to 2 changes in the Australia team. Molyneux coming in place of, I'm guessing Molyneux will come in place of Georgia Wareham.
Yes.
And,
I also think that. And then maybe if Georgia Wall is playing, I think Annabelle Sutherland right now, what we
Yeah.
have seen right now. But let's see what happens tomorrow.
Absolutely. And other than that, what?
The
no.
general practice session, they begin with that football thing.
Yeah. Football, rugby.
All funny.
And they were having fun.
Smiling
It was actually Australian players versus Australian support staff going on, and they were absolutely creating ruckus. Especially, I think there was a point where Eliza Healy was chasing and dashing Shelley Nitschke. Eliza Healy being Eliza Healy, I think. That's it from practice. That's it from the practice wrap.
Practice, all the points from the practice, all the points from the PCs. And now all the focus shifts to tomorrow.
Absolutely. At 8:30 a.m. tomorrow, do watch the preview. And then tomorrow, the pre-show is a little earlier. So we are going to come live at 1:30 and go all till 2:15. That is because at 2:20 there is the unveiling of the Mithali Raj stand, which I am definitely not missing, especially when I am here. So we are going to finish the show earlier. So do join in. First at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow, and then at 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. Keep supporting, like, share, and subscribe. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.